I was very much inspired by the living rooms, how you run the cohort. You asked us 3 questions, and I think having questions is really important to frame the workshop.
The Goethe-Institute offices in Southeast Asian cities and Germany selected artists and cultural workers from both performing arts and visual arts fields to join the living rooms. And from early August to mid-October 2020, every other Wednesday, late afternoon, Southeast Asian time, of course, we met on a virtual meeting room.
In comparison, usually in our live performances, after we finish the production, we always invite people to come on stage. So they can see, they can touch the puppets, they can ask questions, they can give direct comments. And that we still would love to keep that in our productions, because for us, it's a package of our performance, basically. So when we move the space to a virtual space, we found that we have to find a way to keep that connection, because in real life, that's our connection. So that's why we decided to make the performance in a conference room.
The online program, as you may see, people can always comment, like even when the program is not finished, like they're commenting. It's easy for them to throw the word, to throw the question, or to just comment about the program.
And what was so interesting was there were many things named, like there were performances done online and openings as well. And people could, in real time, comment on what they would see. So what we had actually in our space on site, in the Pacific, this happened much more in the virtual space, but on real time. So again, it became like a real experience, because people could talk about art and have access to art, but on a commentary basis in the chat room. And immediately, while the work was in progress, could comment and have a dialogue and discussion about that. And this opened up what I felt to a way much broader public.
That is attracting a lot of more people as well to see exhibitions, and they've been going around to see the other shows, because you can tell from social media they're going around and taking the pictures. I'm not sure whether the curiosity ends up taking the picture only, or it goes beyond that.
As the 6 sessions of the living rooms spanned over 2 months, we learned a lot from one another. And we also learned that almost all of us are learning new skills so that we can better tackle new challenges brought about by the pandemic. And here are a few examples.
So here's what we're going to do. We're still going to program some talks, whether it's talks or some creative elements. But for every single element that we do, we will think of it firstly as a digital content piece, right? So meaning from the ground up, if it's something that's performative based, it will be suited for a digital audience.
First of all, we learning how to do online. Like when we are everything okay, we put a thumbs up. Like how we are doing in living Zoom, everybody turn off the microphone. When you want to say something, we raise your hands, and then we start to talk.
So everybody now is learning about video editing.
And then we discovered that the approach of storytelling can be done really, really efficiently on Instagram.
We are more concerned with the effectiveness and the availability of the COVID-19 vaccines than the arts. And a lot of people are saying that this is a time when arts should take a back seat or be kept in the trunk and locked away for a while and let science and technology steer us safely into the future. Here are some observations from the living rooms which prove otherwise.
I mean, it's always difficult to say in general it's this way with the German artists, and in general it's this way with the artists in Southeast Asia, I guess. But what I found really interesting in our discussion and in our exchange was that there was a kind of really different attitude to cope with the situation, and this really open-minded idea from artists in Southeast Asia to really take care of the society, or to take care of people who need more help in this special situation. This idea to be part of a society and to be needed on another level than just producing artworks.
Basically, I think it's a matter of space, time, and value. In value, in this case, it's more like value of how people think about democracy, how is it important or relevant with their lives.
For me, the two big examples are one being the, which Lenny, I think, talked about a lot, and her work is all about, which is how we can really help each other out, have through, for example, mutual aid projects. Now I feel like we're becoming more accustomed to actually checking in with each other and actually seeing how we're doing, both in terms of physical and emotional and mental health. And this is something that I hope we take forward in the art world and we normalize a lot more in terms of actually seeing each other, or seeing each other, but also the members of our community as as more than just sort of people in a constant cycle of production, as as friends, or as as parents, or as companions, etc.
What COVID or what the pandemic has done to us is really to reach out, to collaborate with other artists, to network with other artists and artist group. I think even after COVID, I think we should be doing these more, like what you did with the living room session.